Not too long ago, I moved to St. John, New Brunswick from Charlottetown, PEI, a place where, thanks to the Stonehammer Geopark, you can hike through actual remnants of prehistoric landscapes and the hiking trails around the city. There's an island connection here as well, but before we get into that, I'd like to talk a bit about something from my own personal history. When I was a little kid, my parents used to bring me to the Nouveau-Brunswick Museum on Douglas Avenue in St. John, and in fact, I still have the book that they bought me from the gift shop during our first visit in the summer of 1980. It's a miracle I've still got it. In any event, I grew up with the Nova Scotia Museum at my beck and call, but there were things in the New Brunswick Museum, the whale gallery, fossils, even an Egyptian mummy at one point that were just absolute magic to a little kid. And in fact, when I visit the Douglas Avenue location today, I still feel the same excitement, even though it's home to the collections now rather than the displays themselves. These days, you'll find the New Brunswick Museum's displays just off the concourse of Market Square in uptown St. John. The Our Changing Earth exhibit houses just a small fraction of the museum's 20,000-odd fossil specimens. Everything's set up in a time corridor that starts in the Precambrian and ends in the Quaternary period we're living in today. You'll find PEI's contribution right smack dab in the Permian. First up is a beautiful plaster cast of the PEI Dimetrodon skull fragment. When I first saw this back in 2013, I mistook it for the original fossil. Of course, it isn't. It's just a very good replica. And if you have trouble seeing it, there's another one built into the floor. Close by sits a huge chunk of island sandstone from Point Prim, complete with reptile tracks. If you look closely, you can even see where one of them dragged its tail as it skittered across the muddy Permian landscape 290 million years ago. Each year, new fossils turn up on PEI as the province inches closer toward having a provincial museum of its own. These things take time. One thing's for certain. You'll find ample evidence of the island's prehistory in provincial museums not so very far away.